Hello, my dear students of class 5. I hope you all are good. So, welcome back to your new session. So, we are going to do chapter number 1, The Arrow and the Song of your English literature book. Mm, this poem has been written by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, and this poem illustrates the impact of words on the life of others. Suppose whatever you say to someone, that saying can cause emotional feelings to that person, or that person can get hurt, that person can remember your words. So how the words affect one's life, that is portrayed in this poem. So there are different things that we will do while we do the online class. So come to the poem. See first some literary terms and what this poem is about. This poem is about the power of music and the value of friendship. So the power of music, how the music creates a separate thing for an individual, and how reading this poem you will value your friendship. So some literary terms are there at the left hand side. This is an example of a metaphor. Here the song is being compared to human breath, which once released can never be taken in again. So your song that we will read in the poem is being compared to human breath. So once you release your breath, you cannot take that breath in. This is an example of repetition which is used for emphasis. Here both the arrow and the song disappear quickly with far reaching consequences. So what are these? I will do discuss it while we read the poem. So let us read the poem first. I shot an arrow into the air. It fell to earth, I knew not where, for so swiftly it flew, the sight could not follow it in its flight. I breathed a song into the air. It fell to earth, I knew not where, for who has sight so keen and strong that it can follow the flight of song? Long, long afterward, in an oak, I found the arrow still unbroke, and the song from beginning to end I found again in the heart of a friend. So this is the poem. Now, what is be what is being said through this poem? So read the first lines. I shot an arrow into the air. It fell to earth, I knew not where. So, in the first stanza, first two lines, the poet tells us how he shot an arrow that flew in the air very swiftly, very fast. However, he is unsure about where it fell on the ground. This is because the arrow went so fast that he could not follow its flight. It was going so fast that one cannot see where the arrow has gone. So, uh, so I knew not where, for so swiftly it flew, the sight could not follow in its flight. So the arrow went so fast that it was not followed by anyone. So the arrow here represents what? Represents our unkind, harsh words, or something that can cause destruction to someone. Suppose when I scold you, when I tell something that is not meant. Sometimes teachers do get angry. They scold you, so you feel bad. So that remains in your heart. So those harsh words, those unkind words, that remains in your heart. You remember, oh, this teacher have told me this in the class in front of everybody. I am feeling very bad. So those words remain in the heart. So, harsh words should not be spoken. Come to the next one. I breathed a song into the air. It fell to earth, I knew not where. For who has sight so keen and strong that it can follow the flight of a song? So here the poet is talking about a song that he sang in an open air, and he is not aware where it has reached. Okay, he is not aware because the song is flying away where it has reached, and there is hardly anyone who is very keenly listening or following the song where it is reaching. Okay, so what is the song representing? The song here is representing kind and pleasing words, means good words, or something which is warm and very friendly. So we are getting two different contrasts. First, we are getting harsh words, that is an arrow, something which is pointed. Arrow, you know how an arrow looks, it is pointed. So that arrow and this song, so both are a different contrast. Song gives us pleasant feeling, and arrow gives what? Arrow gives pointed, sharp pointed, harsh words. Come to the third stanza. Long afterward in an oak, I found the arrow still unbroke, and the song from beginning to end I found again in the heart of a friend. So in the very last stanza, the poet says that when he walked in search of that arrow and song, because both have flown away into the air, he found both of them. Means he found both of them was found by the poet, and both were lying undistributed. However, the arrow was lying on the ground, and the complete song was there in the heart of a dear friend. So he sees the arrow unbroken. It was found unbroken. So harsh words always remain in our heart, which we remember. It is unbroken. It remains in our heart. And if we something say pleasant, that will come. That will be received by a friend. So the words are unbroken. So whatever we say, we come to a conclusion that words are unbroken. What is out from our mouth cannot be returned back. What we say, have said to someone, that cannot be taken back. So we can lash out at someone or say very unkind words to anyone, but we may not always see the consequences, what is happening to that person. I am angry, I am telling someone something, but I am not understanding how that person is feeling by my words. Right? So, a time will come, genuinely it will come, when we will regret saying those words to someone, because they eventually come back to us. Means it's a boomerang. If we say someone something, that returns back to us. If we do some unkind things to someone, that comes back to us. So we should always be positive. We should always be gentle towards others. Okay. So the arrow was not broken and was lying on the ground undistributed. Similarly, our words will remain undistributed, unbroken, and will remain in the world forever once you let them out. So this person have spoken in a bad way, so that will remain forever. So that person will be identified as a bad word outcomer. So, but when the poet sang a song, it also disappeared, like the arrow got disappeared into the forest, like the song also got disappeared. And when poet went in search of the song, it was also lying undistributed, but it was in the heart of a friend. So you can see the difference. एक चीज वो एक ग्राउंड पे पड़ा हुआ था, कोई उसको देख भी नहीं रहा था, एक एरो को देख भी नहीं रहा था, कोई उसको उठा के लेके भी नहीं गया, बट एक सॉन्ग को किसी ने याद करके उसको फिर गा रहा है. सो यू कैन सी द कॉन्ट्रास्ट. Something good is always received genuinely and warmly and very pleasingly by someone, but any unkind words will not be received by anyone. That will remain unbroken, undistributed on the ground. But some kind words will always be in someone's heart. So thus the poem represents the impact of hatred in form of an arrow and the permanence of joy in the form of song. We will later discuss this when we come online, when we will do the online class. So I hope I have made myself clear what the poem portrays out. Poem once, then you will get to know everything. And one more thing, here metaphor is a indirect comparison, like which is not in real, that is called metaphor. So here the human breath, the song cannot be a human breath. Okay, it genuine in a real world it cannot be. So something which is which has no existence in real world, something which we imagine and try to compare, that is called a metaphor. And what is repetition? Repetition is when we repeat something. Here what is repeated? Look at the second stanza, second line. It fell to earth, I knew not where. So this is an example of repetition, which is used for emphasis. Here both the arrow and the song disappear quickly with far-reaching consequences. Okay, so I breath, I shot, I breath. I knew not where, I knew not where. So it is emphasizing. I knew not where, I knew not where. This is a repetition which is emphasizing, means कुछ किसी के ऊपर जोर और जोर डाल रहा है पोएट, emphasizing. So both the arrow and the song is disappearing very quickly and coming to a consequence. What consequence? Oh, arrow is lying undistributed on the ground, but song is also undistributed, but it is found where? In someone's heart. So here I knew not where, इसको एम्फसाइज किया जा रहा है, इसको और जोर डाला जा रहा है. सो दैट इज वाई इट हैज बीन रिपीटेड, दैट इज वाई इट इज कॉल्ड रिपीटेशन. Okay, we'll come to this, we'll discuss some more when we come online. So students, I hope you will read this once and try to practice elocution back at home so that it will enhance your reading skill. Okay, have fun, bye bye, take care.